I handed her the key with a smile. That's what she'll remember. Not the lawyer's face draining of color. Not her own stupid greed reflected in polished steel. Just me, calm, cooperative. Destroyed, handing over what she thought was everything. The courtroom still smelled like old wood and broken promises. Her lawyer had that shark grin, the kind that comes with a $400 hourly rate and zero conscience. Mine sat there pretending to object, playing his part perfectly. The judge signed the order. Emma's hand shot out like a child reaching for candy. Finally, she whispered. Finally. 7 years earlier, she'd whispered that same word differently. Finally, someone who sees me. We'd met at a gallery opening, some pretentious downtown thing I'd only attended because my mother insisted I stop living like a hermit. Emma stood before a painting of a storm, and when she turned, her eyes held the same chaotic beauty. Within months, she'd moved into my apartment. Within a year, we'd married in her parents' garden. I loved her completely, stupidly. The inheritance came 2 years into our marriage, my grandfather's estate. Substantial, quiet, the kind of money that doesn't announce itself. I never told Emma the amount, just said it was comfortable, and deposited it into the safe deposit box my grandfather had maintained for decades. She didn't ask questions then, too busy redecorating, planning vacations, talking about the future. The future died on a Tuesday. I came home early from a cancelled meeting. The bedroom door was cracked. I heard her voice first. Breathy, urgent. Nothing like the tired monotone she'd been using with me for months. He has no idea. I checked. Separate property. Deposited before we revised the prenup. Once I'm out, we split everything except that box. The man's laugh was low. Familiar. Derek, my college roommate. The one who'd given a toast at our wedding about forever friends. I didn't burst in, didn't shout. I backed away. Silently, drove to a coffee shop, and started planning. Rage is useless without strategy. I called my real lawyer, not the actor I'd eventually hire for court, but Margaret, a 72-year-old barracuda who'd handled my grandfather's affairs, and explained everything. How much is actually in that box? She asked. Nothing liquid, just documents. But she thinks it's cash. Bonds, gold, the whole inheritance. Margaret's pause held a smile. Then let's give her exactly what she deserves. I played the oblivious husband. Masterfully, took on extra projects. Stayed late at work, let Emma and Derek grow careless. I documented everything. Hotel receipts I accidentally found. Restaurant charges on credit cards she thought I didn't monitor. Text messages recovered from cloud backups she'd forgotten to disable. But I never confronted her. Never gave her a chance to hide or prepare. When I finally filed for divorce, she actually looked relieved. The court battle was theater. I fought hardest for the one thing she wanted most. Access to that safe deposit Box. Made it seem like my last desperate play to keep something, anything. Her lawyer pushed. The judge, fed up with my obstruction, granted the order. Hook. Line, sinker. Standing in the bank's vault room, I watched Emma's hands tremble as she inserted the key. Her lawyer stood close, probably already calculating his percentage. The steel door swung open. Inside, a single document folder. Emma grabbed it. Flipped it open. Her face went from triumph to confusion to something approaching horror. Page after page of evidence, photographs time-stamped and geotagged, text transcripts, bank statements showing money she'd been funneling to Derek, hotel surveillance stills, and beneath it all, the real prize, her signature on a postnuptial agreement amendment she'd insisted on 3 years ago, the one that voided her claims to any separate property obtained before its signing. She'd pushed for it to protect her own small trust fund, never realizing the inheritance came 2 months earlier. Her lawyer's hands actually shook as he read. He slammed the folder shut. Don't touch anything. But she already had. She'd opened the box, signed for access, created an official record. This is all. This is your evidence, she whispered. All of it. I said quietly. Authenticated. Witnessed, sealed. The inheritance was never in here, Emma. Just proof of what you are. Her lawyer was already moving toward the door, probably already composing his withdrawal from her case. Derek got the photos anonymously. So did his wife. Emma got nothing. I got my life back. Sometimes revenge isn't about taking something away. Sometimes it's about watching them reach for everything and grab only air. The key sits on my desk now. A reminder of the day I handed her exactly what she deserved. A box full of consequences wrapped in her own greed.